Hey guys, Aldo and Rio back for your Friday spot here on the Pagan Perspective. I'm at the same park you saw me in last week, where the video wasn't too great. It was kind of terrible, so I kind of wanted to bring my tripod with me. It was kind of a spur of the moment, and I wanted to have a video for you guys. I figured a bad video is better than no video, so hobble that together. This is the more streamlined version of what you'll get whenever I'm at the park. So this week we're talking about assumptions, and oh my gosh, do I have a lot to say about this. We can look at assumptions from either outside of the pagan community, or we can talk about assumptions within the pagan community. And obviously, I have a different perspective here because by me being African American, there are a lot of assumptions that get put on my people from the outside of the community. I mean, you see all these news stories about thefts and rapes and all kind of craziness, right? And to a large extent, those things happen just like they happen to any race. However, it is my opinion that the media tends to focus on what African Americans do versus putting all the information out there. I'll post a link down below to some crime statistics so you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the FBI. Yes, the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You'll see breakdowns by crime by race, so that way you can kind of see that it's not black people doing all this crime everywhere. So yeah, I think that's a good way to start, so we can talk about like assumptions, because assumptions mean a lot to many different people. And I can go, that's a whole nother video by itself when we're talking about racial assumptions. But as far as like magical assumptions or occult assumptions or pagan assumptions, so a lot of my Christian friends and family, they look at me as being the person that's not saved, the one that could be communicating with bad entities and things of that nature. And I believe that is due mainly to ignorance. I mean, even with racial assumptions, it's usually ignorance. They haven't been exposed to this person's way of thinking or their practice, their religious practice, and they only know what they've been told by their family, and they only know their personal experience. So I believe that you're here to watch this video to learn from an African American who is practicing magic. You're here to learn from the rest of the people that we have on the pagan perspective to kind of build a more well-rounded picture of paganism, because it isn't just one color. There's so many different types of pagans out there. So with that out of the way, I'll jump into assumptions from inside of the pagan community. Again, because of skin color, I'm often met with this idea that because I am an African American, I can't possibly know what I'm talking about when it comes to magic or angels or demons or what have you. They look at me and they discredit it. So the one thing I would say about that is similar to the earlier statement, is that it just comes off of that person's ignorance. They're projecting their ignorance upon you. So if you are African American person, you're practicing magic, and you've got people of your same race and people who aren't the same race as you, and they speak to you like they're talking down to you, they speak to you like they think you don't understand what you're talking about, just know that that person is in need of enlightenment. It's not your fault. They have been exposed to the world, and the world has kind of ruined what they think about you and your people, and you can take it as opportunity to educate them. You can kind of bear the brunt of their disrespectful conduct, and speak with them with kindness. Speak with them like they're the one who is the child. Speak with them like they're the one who doesn't know what they're talking about. But try not to be condescending. You don't want to escalate the situation. You want to de-escalate the situation. There are times when because I do love occult books. One of the first things I do is I run to the occult section whenever I enter a Borders or what have you. And I was approached one day by a guy who I assume is a part of a branch of Christianity that's kind of like cultish right now. I don't know. That's my assumption. And we had a good conversation. But the funny thing is, the look on his friend's face was like, I don't think we're gonna get what we need out of this guy. I don't think we're gonna get what we need out of this guy. You kind of see him kind of processing. He's looking at these books. I don't know if he's gonna like even care. And that's what I'm talking about. That assumption, you can kind of pick up on people's tone, their face, and their body language if they even want to speak to you about religion. So that is how I feel about this situation. You kind of need to work with people within their method of understanding, and then try to see if you can move them outside of their comfort zone. Bring up a topic that you're very well versed on, and perhaps they may need to learn a bit more on. However, I do feel like egos get involved when it comes to assumptions. Sometimes people find comfort in ignorant assumptions when they feel like they may be not as well versed in a topic as you are. It's kind of armor, if you will. This person is shielding themselves and their ego from feeling inferior. And I know that may, make some of you guys like, perk up. I'm not inferior, but that internal comment alone is literally you fighting with your ego about the way someone made you feel. So a lot of this boils down to psychology as well, and how you process the way people express to you their thoughts about how you look, how you sound, and things of that nature. Just to classify, like, I am a polytheist shamanic witch. So I do practice magic. I speak with all sorts of spirits and things while in meditation. I believe these things to be 100% real, and I feel like we're all on our individual paths, right? So when I am teaching people, I don't look at it as I need to force this person to think the way I think. I don't do that. I speak with them, I ask them what is their current path and where would they like to be. And if that includes, them opening themselves up to the spirit world and things that most people can't see, then we'll go down that path. If I find that they are more on a, kind of an atheist kind of way, they don't believe in anything, then they're going to be looking at things more of, especially the deities, they're going to look at the deities more as a type of universal energy, not a actual person, if that makes sense. So I like to see if I can customize conversations with people who need help, people who need enlightenment. I try my best to not speak condescendingly to people, but there are times where you can only take so much when they start to overstep their boundaries and they start to enforce these negative assumptions upon you while in conversation. And again, you don't have to take, this kind of crap from anybody. Like, you can, once you hit that level where things are getting uncomfortable, you can abruptly end the conversation, you can leave, you can ignore them. Eventually that will happen if they wish to escalate the discomfort. If you're getting into kind of a tit for tat kind of conversation, a back and forth, you can kind of just agree to disagree and end that conversation. Also, the one thing I want to say, there are a lot of Christian, Baptist, black pastors that are known to run mega churches and have suits and charge all this money for different things. And there are times when I feel like that's projected upon me. And again, that's an assumption. I can understand. They see these guys with these big mega churches. They see these cars that they're flying. Some of them own jets and things. And in my opinion, you just need, again, it boils down to learning more about that person, attending a service, buying a course, finding out if that person holds values that you find to be admirable. It's kind of just doing a taste test, guys. Like, I feel like if you feel a pull towards somebody's material, looking at their skin color or how they enunciate words or the clothes that they're wearing can only get you so far, because you really can't see what's in someone's mind, right? You can only get a sense of it based off of what they say and how they behave around you. So I hope that just about answers the question about dealing with assumptions. I'm going to go ahead and fill you guys in on some of the projects that I'm working on. If you guys want to go to kaijumgt.com, that link is up. The website is looking amazing. I would love to know you guys' feedback. Go ahead and hop onto the website. Drop us a line under the contact list if you have any suggestions about what should be put there. If there's a service that you've been interested in, go ahead and drop us a line. I would love to know what you guys need, again, because the website is literally for the public. We're trying to help people, and that's kind of our aim. When you guys go there, we actually have a forum too, and that forum is free to sign up. So if you guys want to jump in there and help us start populating this and start talking about some things that you and your family might feel taboo and you have no one to talk about, jump on the forum. Go ahead and throw your experience in there. Similar to Reddit, you can kind of form a community and get to know people who have some of the same experiences that you do. The idea is connecting people, educating people, and helping people. That's really what Kaiju MGT is really all about. The forum can help you out quite a bit, especially if you're going through a bit of a mental health challenge. A lot of the topics that we discuss, especially with speaking with things that not everybody can see, can kind of border on showing some signs of schizophrenia and things like that. If you want to talk to people who understand what you're going through, if you want to foster a community where someone doesn't say, hey, you're crazy, I can't see it, then you definitely want to think about joining this forum, helping us populate it, helping us connect with people who know that they're seeing something, who know that they're hearing something, who know that they're feeling something, but so far your family or your community has failed to provide you with an outlet and a community to kind of, kind of straighten some things out and help you really feel what's going on there. So I hope you guys will join us. I can't wait to hear from you. I'm very excited to work with you. I will see you back here on the Pagan Perspective next week. Blessed be.